It worked. Good morning, everybody. I'm Bill Kanda, Custer County Chairman of the Board of Commissioners. And it is Wednesday, February the 11th, 2026. Silence your phones. I know people forget. I just silenced mine. And with that, I'll call this meeting to order and please rise for the pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and for the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please bow your head, please. Yeah, we have. Guys, dear Heavenly Father, we gather here today to conduct the official business of our wonderful county once again. We ask that you watch over us, help us make the managerial decisions that are needed to be made today and every day forthcoming. We ask that you guide us through and bless us, not only today for our county, but for our nation that's a little bit in turmoil at the time. We ask this in your holy name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you. Paul. Roll call, Kelly.
Commissioner Kanda.
Here.
Present. Commissioner Vogelsong.
Here.
Attorney Dan Slater.
Here.
BOCC admin Kate Roma. Here. And clerk to the board, Kelly Kemper, present.
Okay, thank you. Audience introduction, Jim.
James Gilbert,
Jim.
Jim Chapman, Troy Lombard. Bob Smith, Human Resources.
Thank you.
Oh, we got Rob Klein, Bill Smith, Brian Lockhart, and Stacy Terrell.
Thanks. Okay, any amendments to the agenda?
Yeah, Redlands County proposed services will be moved to next week.
Okay.
Had to send the contract back to have a few changes, so.
All right. Yeah. Next week. Good. Well.
I don't have any. Okay.
Okay, we're good with that. How about approving the minutes? And this is for January the 21st and January the 28th, the 26th, not 25. We're caught up. I didn't have any issues with them.
No, I don't have any.
You got anything?
Very good.
Okay, then I move that we approve the minutes of the January 21st and 28th. All in favor said aye. Paul.
Aye.
Lucas.
Aye.
Kanda, aye. Commissioner items, Paul.
I just attended the weed board, the weed conference down in Pueblo, and believe it or not, some of the weeds were dropping off. I don't know why, they didn't really know, but we have less of the bad weeds and everything's going well. We do have a person to take over the spraying up here. And we have a meeting with him on Thursday of next week. And just to go over and do a tour of our weed sprayers was no longer available. And so John Coyle, or something like that, I have to get his name, I don't have it with me. Anyway, he'll be here Thursday to kind of go over and see what's going on up here. And he's actually based out of Kansas City.
Where's the meeting?
Meeting will be at the at Kirkpatrick Bank Conference Room. So that's just gonna be going over and giving him a little welcome aboard and figure out how to tackle our weed situation. Go ahead.
Good enough.
Met with Randy Lesher from the E911 Fremont County Authority. He's their chairman. Buck Wenzel and I met with him and another gentleman that's on that board about combining Fremont's E911 and Custer's E911. And the E911 authorities, basically Fremont's been doing all our call routing from citizen to dispatch. The CRCA or the Combined Regional Communications Authority, that is routing the communication between all the responders and the dispatch center. So we've got a unique thing to do. This is the $2.12 that hits phone bills, and that's what money comes in. This is about $100,000 that Custer E911 collects. We've typically in the past been putting about 60,000 into Fremont's E911 to route our calls. The cost is more like upwards of $100,000 to do for us.
That's because they had to put a console in.
No, that's completely different, completely different cost. That's for part of the CRCA.
Yeah.
So they've been doing a lot of that. Combining, it's easier to go for grants. It's easier for Fremont and us to, when there's some broken lines, to go after Lumen and say, what are you gonna do about this? So it gives us a little more power there, but we're just trying to figure out how do we join the two groups so that it will better benefit all the citizens overall. So we'll probably have another E911 board meeting probably next week. I don't think it's gonna happen this week.
Better representation for Custer County.
Yeah, and it'll give us 2 seats on that board as we're trying to negotiate right now. So
Yeah.
hopefully that's what happens, but it's kind of where we're at with that. So, yeah, anyway. See what else. Had our first community service hub coordination meeting. We're gonna have those monthly. It's part of the grant for the $750,000 opioid money. It's the VSO, DHS, Custer County Kids Council, Extension, and Public Health. It's those directors meeting with myself right now, but we're meeting to go, what is our opiate crisis, or what we want to do for prevention and response and mitigation and those things. But we got to do this before the grant happens and after we are awarded, hopefully awarded this grant, to go after a service hub that we put all those services into to provide for our community. So started that Monday the 2nd. We had our quarterly review with PDS IT. They're our third-party IT contractor. We're working through this conversion of software and technology, both hardware and software. So, a lot of the hardware is done. We still have a few things there, but the big push now is to get Microsoft changeover from Google to Microsoft, so that'll be upcoming here. Met with the Community Service Block Grant Tripartite Board, that's part of UCOG. CSBG is federal money that's come down, and DHS. And our county is a little unique. It's that tripart board does it for multiple counties other than Custer. And Custer DHS does all the applications for that, and there's about 5,200 left this month before the end of the federal fiscal year, the end of September. So if you know somebody that needs some assistance with, say, a little rent or propane, electric bills, that money can go towards that. Talk to DHS. I didn't make it to either the airport board or the workforce housing committee meetings. Steering committee meetings for legislation happened, started this last Thursday, Friday, the 5th and the 6th. So attended those all-day meetings. Mark Baisley's got a bill up, SB 2630. It's for local access state parks grant program. That $29 Colorado Wild Pass that you pay on your driver or on your, when you register your vehicle, they pull in the first 36 million that's collected is allocated to 3 funds. And after those 3 funds, then it got, the excess got kind of split up amongst 2 of them. Well, this bill will change that. So the excess now goes into a grant system. So counties with state parks inside them can apply for that so that they can provide better services to the state park, because that's always been upon the locals to do. So That's a Senator Baisley bill. He is the senator that represents the area we are in. And that's a priority bill for CCI to support. Raising the age of voluntary relinquishment of a child was another hot topic. Currently, it's 72 hours old that a parent can relinquish their child to a firefighter, a hospital, community clinic, emergency center staff member. This will take that to 30 days or younger. So 72 hours to 30 days to relinquish your child. So that's a bill. They're monitoring that one right now. Rodenticide use restrictions. So for our ranchers out there, this bill is going to prohibit a person from selling, distributing, applying, or using certain types of rodenticide and rodent glue traps in the state, except as authorized for restricted and limited use in public health emergency and in accordance with certain use requirements and time periods. Basically, a rancher or a person will have to use all natural ways of getting rid of them, and they'll have to show proof that they've done that before they'll be able to get a chemical to do this. So that's some of the talk on this. They're kind of monitoring, and most commissioners from most counties were against this one. And then another hot topic was, and this is a priority bill, is SB 26015, the commercial sexual activity with a child offenses. So they really, they're going to change the terminology related to child prostitution to commercial sexual activity and the crimes of soliciting for child prostitution. So this is going to change the language in that and then make the judge put the maximum that's allowed for the class 3 felony. So those are bills that we kind of heard and talked about and discussed amongst the different county commissioners Thursday and Friday. So over to you.
Okay. Got a couple things. The landfill and the gravel pit have been invaded by cattle all the time because the fence needs to be fixed. And we have to chase them out a lot. So I asked them to get with a couple local fence builders and come back with a bid on what it's going to take. It's going to be about a half a mile of fence. It goes all the way from the east up by Cypress, clear down to the west, and then a little bit of the turn there. It's going toward the north at the top end. So half a mile or so. Not cheap, needs four wires for sure. The other thing out there is the what else do I have? No, that's all I need to mention about the landfill. The airport board had a great meeting. This one, they're getting ready to plan for the Air Fest and pick a day on that here in a bit. And, you'll be seeing that come up. And they hope it goes as well as it did last year. It was very good. One thing that they are going to do, they need a generator, a couple of them, because we have two power sources out there, two different meters, in order to keep selling avgas and Jet A when there's a power outage, especially the Jet A issue, because if there's an emergency and the power goes down and you got a helicopter flying around to rescue somebody or an airplane coming in, you need to be able to pump the fuel. So they're going to look at a couple options to compete a couple bids for a generator, either Kohler or a Generac. They're going to get that and come back to us with that, or what their plan is. Strategic plan also they need to iron out, because it's apparent that we really do need lights and a GPS approach for safety reasons, especially during those emergencies. And so they're working with the state on what to put in the capital investment plan in order to go after it. It probably might be lights first and then the GPS, or we'll see.
You got like a strobe.
The lights are threshold lights and a VASI that give you the glide slope so you can come down correctly. And then of course, runway lights as well, if we can get them. We need them sooner and later. Also, we have a kickoff this afternoon, not a kickoff, but it's a project meeting with the contractor that's going to be working on recertifying the requirements for our new courthouse that's needed. Structure, and so we'll be discussing that in a workshop this afternoon with the contractor for should only last about 30 minutes. I think he's going to present the steps and revalidate what we need today. And, generator fence. And the road and bridge got a nice deal on a water truck and they're proud of it. And, it's want to make sure that when it's ready to go, we're gonna get some pictures of it. And the only reason is to show the county that citizens that their money and the insurance payments that we make actually do work. And, we do make roads, communications, and those things a priority in this county. Everybody wonders why the roads are all messed up. But in that light, because there's only X people and there's a lot of miles of road, we are going to be, when the up Round Mountain cut us a deal on water for a temporary deal we're gonna put out on the airport. The airport road, turn off the highway going past the airport up to those storage units, it's ungradable. It's on a rock, bedrock. You can't do anything. They're gonna put some road base out there. Not with the new trucks, not ready yet, but putting road base out there and some water that they're getting from Round Mountains because we can't pump it out of Lake Louise right now. And it's cheaper too.
Mhm.
So that's all I have right now, unless there's any other things that you guys.
I got one more
Go
thing.
ahead.
So tourism board, we've, in January, we didn't actually vote on officers. So in yesterday's meeting, due to several members being gone, they made me interim, chair until March's meeting, and then they're going to vote on officers, within the tourism board, so.
Yeah, good. That's a good thing to do. Okay, Paul, anything else?
No, nothing that.
Okay, that's all we got. Commissioner items. How about Dan? Go ahead.
Everything.
You've been busy writing resolutions.
Yeah, they're on the agenda, so.
We can blame you then. Okay. Kate,
So we got the main SAM account, which is System for Award Management for all our federal grants, renewed after several issues. The sheriff's office is using a sub account that expires in the beginning of April, so I'll get that one renewed sometime. I was wanting the main one to go through
good,
first before I did the other one. But our federal grant should be fine now.
good.
Thank you, Caitlin.
Thank you. Good. Okay, Kelly, Kelly's got an announcement to make to the world. She's gonna take a vacation, not at all, but what's going on with the state requirement?
Oh, I'm doing that now.
Yeah, go ahead and just mention.
The Department of Revenue is updating all their computer software across the state for DMV offices, motor vehicle and driver's license. And so that will go, the new system goes into effect on Monday. So Monday is a holiday, Tuesday will be our first day back. My office will be closed from 8 to 1 so that we can get everything up and running and make sure it's all good. So
Eight
that
one on just the Tuesday.
just on Tuesday. And I had hoped that I wasn't gonna have to do that, but this last month and a half, we've been doing trainings and they have a sandbox system that it mirrors the new system and we can go in and play around and do stuff, and it's not working as good as we had hoped. They keep saying that the new system is not gonna, but
Right.
it is, but you know how that is.
Yep.
So, I would just rather we were really prepared and ready when we open. So that,
These going in circles with 2 people, 5, 10 people in line.
yes, and us on the phone with the state, which they're gonna be busy that day, so. Yeah, so people are just gonna have to bear with us for a few weeks while we muddle through this.
Okay. Good. Thanks.
Yeah.
Anybody online got a question out there? Yeah, Caitlin shouldn't have. All right. Okay, well, and let's push on. Unfinished business. I don't see any, don't have any.
So I'll go through 8, I don't have any either, sorry.
Go ahead with the unfinished, or the new business of accounts payable. Go ahead.
All right, so this is through 2/11/26, over 5,000. Human Resources Employers Council 2026 dues, 8,350. 50. What I'd like to do is I'd like us to put that on an agenda item next week to discuss whether we go forward with that based upon recommendations, pros and cons from Robert Smith, our HR director.
I think we got room to do that, don't we?
So I'd like to pull that one out of there, but I wanted to talk to you before went forward with that. County clerk, the LEDS vendor for recording the marriage license software, just over 17,000. County clerk again for LEDS vendor for recording web storage in the amount of $10,540. The county assessor for GSA, Government Software Assurance Corp. It's the new software that he uses for his office. It's the quarterly CAMA SaaS fees, $10,321.75. And then as well as the core logic fees for $5,956.31. Buildings and grounds baseline for the sidewalk project, $14,901.75. District Attorney, Office of the DA, the March budget, $12,608.49. Road and Bridge for Four Rivers Equipment, Supplies and Repairs on Grader 9, $7,147.35. Road and Bridge for corporate, to a corporate building is the vendor. It's for a gel test CV kit. It's for a vehicle diagnostic computer. It's $8,093.93. Road and Bridge to McFarland Oil for fuel, $21,581.70. Emergency management to FACO, which is Fire Adapt Colorado, second half of the contract for this to produce the CWPP in the amount of $8,350. And then we've got some outstanding credit cards from the sheriff's office from back in December of last year that we're still trying to get receipts for, as well as CSU agents. So just want you guys to be aware of that.
They got a problem getting it to you?
Yeah, there seems to be a problem. I don't know what the problem is, but obviously I can't hold on to receipts. There's one credit card, the travel credit card from December that would have been January's billing. And then there's no receipts for that one as of so far. And then all of January's credit cards for for three of them that had charges, those are still completely missing.
Different patrol officer.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
So I think we need to take the 191,629.09 minus 83.50.
Right.
That's your total for council meeting.
Okay, then I will move that we approve the AP report less the 83.50.
I'll second that.
Okay. Thanks for the heads up.
Yes.
Okay, any discussion on that? I don't have any more here.
No.
Questions out there? Okay, we'll move on. I'll call for that vote. All in favor, say aye. Lucas. Paul.
Close on.
Canada, aye. Okay, I wonder who's gonna be doing this Colorado Opportunity Scholarship Initiative.
Morning.
Morning.
Come on up.
Troy Baumgartner.
Come here, let's shake your hand. Come on.
Okay, we can do this.
This is a big deal.
Officially welcome.
Yeah. Morning, thank you.
Okay, what's it all about?
Well, this is a Colorado Opportunity Scholarship Initiative. You guys have been part of it in the past, so I'm here representing the high school counseling department. The new counselor, Kelly Klingler, sends her regrets. She was gonna come, but she's sick today. So hopefully someday you guys will meet her, but I'm kind of helping her this year, get used to things. We have done the COSI, as it's known in short, in the last few years. Last year, we missed the deadline by a day or two, and they said, now and they're kind of, I thought, closing out this matching scholarship. Well, they called 2 weeks ago and said, hey, we got some money left over. Do you want to?
Oh, so you didn't think you had an opportunity? Huh?
We didn't think we had the opportunity this year. And they said, if you can get your application in like 2 days, we'll consider you. Part of
That
that
tomorrow,
is,
meeting tomorrow.
well, yeah, part of it is then getting matching commitments from local groups, one being the commissioners. Rotary has also been asked, and they've done it in the past, and they said yes. The amount is $1,466.50, same as what it's been.
Say it again.
$1,466.50.
Okay.
And the state then matches that. And so the commissioners would have a $2,933 scholarship to offer a high school senior. And then the Rotary would have the same amount. So it's a big chunk for our kids. It is a merit-based, excuse me, a need-based scholarship. They have to qualify financially to get it, although it's a pretty wide range. It's not real narrow for the need-based. So a lot of our kids, I guess what I'm saying, would qualify to be eligible for it.
So how many is that total roughly?
How many scholarships?
Yeah, you're gonna have Dale.
We do one, and this is what we've done in the past, one from the county, one from Rotary. And it's a almost $3,000 scholarship for each student, two, yeah. total.
That's all the amount of money of the support.
I mean, we could break it up, but then.
No, I don't wanna break it up. I was wondering if there was more.
No.
This is
there's
a
not.
limit on what they offered you this with.
Yes, it's a matching.
Yeah.
So they match what you guys put in, and you can't put in more. That's kind of your question, unfortunately. So that's kind of what I'm here asking for, if you guys would put in that 1460.
Okay, any other, make a motion?
I'll make a motion to provide the 1466.50 as a match grant for the Colorado Opportunity Scholarship Initiative out of community outreach.
I'll second it, yeah.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to actually sign a letter of support for this and donate or come up with the money. Any other discussion here, out here? Okay, I'll call for that vote unless you guys have something to say.
No,
Call for that vote, Paul,
right,
Lucas, aye, Kanda, aye.
We do need the letter fairly soon.
Take the money and run.
Yeah.
First, with that.
They're asking, 15th, we have the matching commitment, so.
Hey, we'll get on letterhead, after this
So
meeting.
I have the letter up there. I put $1,500 in there as the match. I will change that number. And
Yeah.
Make it exact.
Yeah, make it exact. I think we've done that in the past, and it's been okay, but since we know.
Let's make it precise and
Yeah,
I'll change that number.
we don't want to confuse them.
yeah, just email them, we perfect.
And then the matching grants, or the matching money, I'll talk to you about later.
Right,
Send that to.
yes, okay.
Okay,
Good.
good with it, good.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Okay, thank you, Troy. What's that?
You both.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, it was unanimous.
Unanimous. Yep.
Okay, next up is move Redlands, so it'll be the Protect Health Information Policy, DHS. And,
Bob, you have that or?
No,
no, it's Vicky's, but it's,
I didn't even see this in
it's the policy.
We're just gonna accept the policies and we're done.
Yeah,
so these are two that she has to provide to the state, for the state, and she's required per her program to have. So it's just these are already approved by the state. They're already, it's just, I've told her we put all policies and resolutions as such through us so that at least we can get it formalized, and Kelly's got.
so this is us keeping track of the money in and out.
So are we accepting it or are we
Yeah,
approving?
we are acknowledging, we're accepting.
Acknowledge or approving or accepting, it's.
Yeah, it's the same.
I'm making a motion.
So it's it's called a policy, so we recognize, don't go ahead and
I make a motion that we accept the proposed service policy for the Board of Health.
No.
No,
No, it's
No, it was-
Department of Health and Services.
right.
Different health information.
Family Services. I didn't see that in. I seen Fair
Department of Human Services.
Yeah, Department of Human.
Department of Human Services. Excuse me. It's my motion.
It's a policy, yeah, there's no changes, but we would see that, we would see this there.
No, it's protecting the health information of her clients.
Okay, I'll call for that vote, or if there's any other discussion on there, I'll call for that vote, all in favor, Yeah.
You need a second.
I'll second it. And then I'll call for the vote.
There you go.
All in favor of approving the policy as presented by the Department of Human Services, say aye. Lucas?
Aye.
Paul?
I
Kanda, aye.
didn't ever do that.
Well, you know, it's like any of the others, if there's some issue that we see might impact it, we'd like to do it.
Okay. No, I didn't.
Okay, next down, the shoot. It's the planning and, Board of Zoning Adjustments Letter of Interest.
No, civil rights plan.
Oh, man, civil rights, I made the check mark too big. Civil rights plan, here's DHS one as well.
So since DHS is a recipient of the federal financial assistance, and is responsible for providing those core services to assist and support Colorado's most vulnerable. CCDHS, or Custer County Department of Human Services, has a civil rights plan to ensure that all eligible individuals receive equal access to all program services, activities, and information. All programs are operated in a non-discriminatory way without regard to race, color, ethnic or national origin, ancestry, age, disability, sex, gender, sexual orientation, gender identity or expression, religion, political beliefs, creed, and public assistance status. So this is just that we have a civil rights plan and that is a policy within our DHS department.
Has that not been true? Is this news not been?
No, this isn't new. It's just that we didn't have it and we
We
didn't
have a
have
record
it.
of it.
No. Okay, so we're supposed to have
Clean
had
it
it and she's cleaning up
Okay,
some of our mess.
okay, I move we accept that policy.
I'll second it.
So any other comments, any questions out there? None, hearing none, I'll call for that vote. All in favor, say aye. Paul?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Kanda, aye. Now we can do the Board of Zoning Adjustments Letter of Interest in Public Notice. You're up again.
Have a,
John Decker is, no longer interested in being part of
zone.
the BZA. So it's just an acceptance of his resignation.
And, the backfill for that is, that all.
David Hayward
David
would like to
step up.
volunteer.
So David Hayward's reappointment was actually due back at the beginning of the year when we did reappointments, but he never got his letter in on that night.
Okay,
So this is,
just putting him back where he should have been.
it's just putting him back.
And so we're one down, then,
So that if we put David Hayward back on the BZA, that takes us up to 4 members. And Carol Lohinger would like to go out for public notice. Advertising the vacancies, so
Yes.
they can have an odd.
how many
number.
vacancies?
One vacancy,
Okay.
so they can have one.
Yeah.
So they can have an odd number.
Yeah, they need an odd man. Okay, so that would be the, you want to do, we might as well accept his resignation and the
That was,
reapplication for Hayward at the same time.
we need to accept his resignation and appoint David Howard.
Yeah. Make the motion.
I'll make that motion. We accept John Decker's resignation letter dated for February 2026. And we accept David R. Howard as, and his letter is December 28th. Is that immediate?
Yeah, it's immediate.
Effective immediate.
Well, second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept the letter of resignation and reappointment as stated. Any other questions here? All in favor, say aye. Lucas?
Aye.
Paul?
Hold us on.
Kanda, aye. Okay, now we got a series of resolutions.
Yep. Now we have tourism.
Oh, tourism. Checking one ahead. Sorry about that. Okay, Custer County Tourism Board letters of interest and resignation, and you've got that one again.
So we have one notice of resignation by Carolyn Alsdorf, and the board accepted, the tourism board accepted that official resignation. And then we have a letter of interest for one of the vacancies from Renee Smith. And one letter from Iva Raber. Iva Raber owns Lux Chocolate Creations, and Renee Smith owns Lady Unique Boutique. They've both been accepted by the board yesterday as members, and forward them to us for approval.
They accepted their application.
Yes.
Yeah, I like the chocolate thing. Anybody been in there yet? That's pretty impressive. I hope they make it through the year. It's quiet in the wind. Any other questions?
No.
Got a motion?
I'll make a motion to officially to accept the resignation of Carolyn Alsdorf and the letters of interest from Renee Smith and Iva Raber.
I'll second that.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to accept the resignation and the application for the two new members. As stated, any discussion? Anything online? Okay, I'll call for that. Well, all in favor, say aye. Paul?
All right.
Lucas?
Aye.
Kanda, aye. I didn't move my check mark, so I'll do resolution 2607. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right, this would be, we'll go through each one of these. And this is in order, just so everybody knows, as we've stated before, the county has not had all the policies that we needed registered or printed, and now we're trying to catch up. By the way, same as we did with the IT help desk. We came online with a help desk that's really first class too, by a lot of hard work. So we're up and improving everything. The first one up would be Custer County Resolution number 2607, and I'll just start off reading this one. So it's a resolution of Custer County amending the employee handbook to add policies related to the standards of conduct. Where it goes on and it says, therefore, let it be resolved that Custer County handbook be amended and include the standards of conduct attached, and appropriate county staff are directed to make the described change in the employee handbook and publish the revised policies in all locations where they are currently published. Pretty stock standard.
A second.
So I'll move that we adopt that resolution, and Paul.
I'll second it.
Good job putting it together. So is there any discussion, other discussion?
No, I think for the most part, we have been doing these things. It's formalizing a lot of stuff that we've already, that our staff already does, our staff. I get compliments from time to time about how our staff does treat our citizens, and sometimes it's the other way around too, but we're all imperfect people, whether we're citizens or whether we're county employees. So, you know, it's formalizing things that we've needed to formalize for a long time and bring us into the 21st century with policies and procedures and workflows, and just this is what the board is to do, is to make policies, and this is part of it. So.
Right, it has standards of conduct as well as the supervision, supervisor responsibility, code of conduct, of ethics, vendor relations and contracting, customer interaction. Truth and accuracy in reporting, use of resources, reporting requirements, bribery, supplies and equipment, community relations.
Just fine tuning.
Any discussion?
No.
Hearing none, I'll call for that vote. Oops, Jim.
You mentioned code of conduct. Does that include the commissioner code of conduct?
It's all in play. We have a commissioner's code of conduct already in place.
Right, but is that merged into this resolution?
I would expect, Jim, that you would hold me to the same ethics
So
in this manual as any other employee, because I am an employee of the
that's right.
So that's what I would ask you to hold me to, or the citizens.
And we went a step further in the.
Right, it's just referring to,
That resolution that 2217, I think it is, that you're referring to, is already a resolution. And this isn't overstepping that, or I don't know.
no, I was just.
It's just two separate ones.
I was curious if it was gonna be one separate thing, so you wouldn't need the resolution anymore, you'd have it all.
We have a number.
I don't know.
All centralized, shall I
Yeah.
say.
I will say that the sheriff has his own policies, and I'll leave it at that.
But yeah, these are, good, but the employees are county employees, so
I
they
know.
fall under all this. So, okay. Any other discussion? Jim?
I was really disappointed there that there wasn't anything specific that I saw that about how you commissioners had to relate to us peons out here.
I can come sit beside you. Did that help?
I'll make you a cup of coffee and we'll do that every meeting. How about that?
Isn't that a bribe?
No, not yet.
Okay.
He's giving you cut.
I'm giving you the coffee. Yeah, that's right. All right, any other thing online? We got a motion already. Or do we?
No, we do not have.
Okay, I'll do this one too. I move we adopt resolution. Did I? Okay, that's all we did.
We need a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was second.
We're in.
Yeah, we must vote, okay. All in favor of this motion, the resolution to adopt 2625, say aye. Lucas?
Aye.
Paul?
What was on that?
Kanda, aye. Okay, Lucas, you want to take this one just for Brent?
So this is our teleworking policy or work from home. 2608. Custer County has adopted certain employment policies for the use of departments. Custer County Employee Handbook is hereby amended to include the teleworking policy attached hereto and incorporated herein as fully stated herein. Appropriate county staff are directed to make the described change in the employee handbook and publish the revised policies in all locations where they're currently published. But this covers working from home. We don't have a lot of this. We do have one person that does our AP that is doing this. I have very measurable work metrics there that is allowed. But this just sets what we can do, what we're trying to do, and how we want to move forward with this. So about security and access to information, our liability, workspace and the work hours. So
He also points out that all county departments will require a teleworking agreement so that everybody understands what they're doing if they stay home. And I think it includes wearing slippers with your pajamas.
no, it doesn't.
Okay. Everybody's always accused of that. Okay. Any other discussion on this? You want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion that we accept Custer County Resolution number 26-09, resolution of Custer County.
8.
8. I don't have any, sorry.
You can borrow mine. You know.
I have 9 and 10. I don't have any 8. I do, excuse me. It went with the other one. Custer County Resolution, make a motion we accept Custer County Resolution number 26-08, resolution of Custer County, Colorado, amending the employment handbook and the policies and related to teleworking. So it's going, Custer County has adopted certain employment policies for the use of departments within the county government through the enhancement of employees handbook. And the current employees handbook lacks specific policies related to teleworking by county employees. You want me to read the whole thing or is that?
I'll just read it, it's all, it's gonna do it.
We've already read it.
You read it, so we're
We already
good.
read it,
Yeah.
so that's the motion.
I'll second it.
Okay.
So any other discussion here? Online? Nothing here. Okay, then I'll call for that vote. All in favor, say aye. Lucas?
Aye.
Paul?
What was it?
Linda, aye. Okay. Paul, you, since you started, do 2609.
To 2609. 2609 is Custer County Resolution number 26 TAC 09, resolution of Custer County, Colorado. Amending the employee handbook regarding family and medical leave.
And stop down to the resolve.
Therefore, Custer County has adopted certain employment policies for the use of departments with the county government through the excuse me, the enactment of the employee handbook. And whereas the current employee handbook lacks necessary provisions related to compliance with the Family and Medical Leave Act, and whereas the Board of County Commissioners, BOCC, has determined that such policies would be helpful in guiding the employee's relationship between the county and its employees. And whereas the BOCC desires to amend such policies. Now therefore, let it be resolved by the Board of County Commissioners for Custer County, Colorado, that Custer County Employee Handbook is hereby amended to include the family and medical leave, FMLA policy attached here. Here incorporated hereon as if fully stated herein. The prior FMLA policy is hereby deleted, and this attached policy shall take its place. Appropriate county staff are directed to make the described change in their employee handbook and publish the revised policy in all locations where they are currently published. Approved and adopted this 11th day of February 2026 at West Cliff, Colorado.
Got a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I move we adopt resolution 2609.
I'll second that.
Okay, any discussion?
No.
Anything here more
Good.
online? Okay, I'll call for that vote. All in favor of adopting resolution 2609, say aye. Paul?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Kenda, aye.
Yeah.
Okay, you wanna do this one, Lucas?
2610, this is Americans with Disabilities Act compliance policy. Custer County prohibits discriminatory hiring and employment practices against qualified individuals with disabilities. Prohibited practices include those affecting the job application process, hiring, advancement, job training, compensation, discharge, and other terms, conditions, and privileges of appointment. The county recognizes reasonable accommodation may be necessary for individuals who meet the Americans with Disabilities Act definition of an individual who has a physical or mental impairment that substantially limits one or more of the major life activities of such individual, has a record of such an impairment, or is regarded as having such an impairment. So this just formalizes what we need to do when we have somebody that has a disability or needs, and how we deal with that, and how we are complying with federal and state law on this matter.
Okay, a motion?
I make a motion that we accept Custer County Resolution number 26 TAC 10, resolution of Custer County, Colorado, amending the employee handbook regarding compliance with the Americans with Disabilities Act, ADA.
Yeah, I'll second that. And do we have any other discussion? Online, any? Okay, I will call for that vote. All in favor of adopting resolution 2610 as presented, say aye. Paul?
Aye.
Lucas?
Aye.
Kenda? Okay, I'll tackle this one. This next one up online is the resolution 2611. It's a resolution of Custer County amending the employee handbook regarding the workers' compensation insurance. It goes on to point out that we have it currently, but we need to update it, and the Custer County employee handbook is hereby amended to include the workers' compensation insurance policy attached herein and is fully stated, as stated. And the county staff are directed to make the described change in the handbook. So workman's compensation is of course in accordance with the Colorado Workers' Compensation Act that employees may apply for workman's comp benefits for on-the-job injuries. It goes on to adopt that formally. And bigger changes. Any other items of interest on here?
So,
Move it. Go ahead.
Make a motion that we accept Custer County Resolution number 26-11. Resolution of Custer County, Colorado, amending the employee handbook regarding workman's compensation insurance.
Second.
As stated.
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to adopt 2611 resolution. As presented, any other discussion? Okay, I'll call for that. All in favor, say aye. Paul?
Aye.
Aye.
And aye. Yeah.
Custer County Resolution number 2612, resolution Custer County, Colorado, amending the employee handbook to the policies related to travel by county employees. Whereas Custer County has adopted certain employee policies for the use of departments within the county government through the enhancement of the employee handbook, and whereas the current employee handbook lacks specific policies related to travel by county employees, and whereas the Board of County Commissioners BOCC has determined that such policies would be helpful in guiding the employees' relationship between the county and its employees, and whereas the BOCC desires to enact such travel policies. Now therefore let it be resolved by the Board of County Commissioners for Custer County, Colorado, Custer County Employee Handbook be hereby amended to include the travel policy attached hereon and incorporated herein into the fully stated herein. To appropriate county staff are directed to make the described changes to the employee handbook and publish the revised policy in all locations where they are currently established. Approved and adopted this February 11th, 2026.
Okay, I'll move we adopt 2612 so we can discuss it. Got a second?
I'll second.
Okay, it's been moved and seconded to adopt the resolution 2612, which points out that all required business travel with direct or indirect costs to the county requires the approval of the elected official or department head. Employees who have a business related reason to travel may be reimbursed for reasonable expenses. And look at, if you want to go through the expenses, there are what have been stated for the state and IRS rules. We're trying to adhere to most of those are all in.
So we need to change the meals. And I feel like I have a pretty good reason for this. Most of us that go to conferences, the motel provides that, and I want people to stay at the motel. I don't want them to be limited to not go.
Right.
Have to go outside because we will only reimburse this much. That's not fair and it's not safe. Especially those who might be in Denver or a bigger metropolis. I want that. I'd rather them stay there. So I think we need to amend what we're paying out in meals, and also if you need to use the total for the evening, because some of those motels, that meals for one person is gonna get to $75 real quick, and that's without drinks. So just it is what it is. It's the world we live in, and I may not like it, but I think that part of this needs a little work. And I didn't catch this earlier.
Yeah, that's why Paul did that. And, other than that, the mileage is IRS, set and
Stay by the
car
state.
rental were the same. So I think, we will send that back to the printer. Or the
For clarification.
clarification and want to put it next week.
Yeah. Okay. That's it.
Okay, so move it.
Do you need anything more on that?
Well, you've got a motion on the table, you need to table.
So that's why I'll table the motion.
Get a motion to table.
Yeah, I move that we table the motion, this resolution from the next.
I'm just getting ready, so I need to rescind that.
Well,
That's fine.
I just tabled, you seconded.
I second.
Okay. All in favor of tabling this resolution, say aye. All,
I
Lucas,
Aye.
Ken. Aye.
didn't see that.
Okay.
13. You got it, no?
Okay, this is a resolution, 2613. It's a resolution amending the handbook related to county vehicles. And the bottom line on this one is Custer County handbook should be amended to include a vehicle and equipment usage policy. And it be incorporated in all staff are directed to adhere to it. County vehicle equipment use policy are provided to certain departments to facilitate the workload. County vehicles are to be utilized for county business only. Goes on about marginal driving. The employees occasionally are frequently need to drive on county business. Essential driving includes drive to the county business as an essential part of their job function. This category includes the CDL holders in safety sensitive jobs such as equipment operators, sheriff's department personnel, road and bridge department personnel, and others. It saves money too if we can park a road grader where it's being used and then come back to it rather than road them back and forth. As an example. Any other points on this one? Bring up.
Should.
Annual review of driver's license reports will be done to update qualifying information. Failure to annually satisfy that qualification will result in immediate elimination as a volunteer driver for the county.
I didn't see anything in there on, drug testing.
Then bring up the random drug testing, I think, probably there.
I didn't see that, I missed it. Didn't-
We are under random, already, we are.
Right, is that already in the handbook though? I don't-
Bob, you know,
It's not part of this policy,
but it is
but
part,
there is a policy that I have written.
Okay, cover here.
it covers all employees for jobs, it's not just the driving piece,
Right, that's separate, the drug testing
right?
is a separate policy specific to that topic,
Okay,
separate from that.
Right.
I knew I seen it somewhere, I didn't see it.
A part of all the ones yet coming to.
Okay, cool.
Okay, thanks for the correction.
Okay, got a motion? Why don't we shine?
I'll make a motion to approve the county vehicle and equipment usage policy.
Okay, I'll second that. Any other discussion here? Online? Okay, then I'll call for the vote of adopting resolution 2613. Resolution amending the employee handbook to include the use of county vehicles.
I'll second that motion.
So any other discussion on this? All in favor of adopting this resolution, say aye. Lucas?
Aye.
Paul?
Aye.
And aye. Okay, last but not least, on this meeting would be the resolution 2614 to update a paid time off policy. Lucas, you want to take it?
Yeah. That's great. We no longer have sick and vacation. Sick went away and whoever had vacation left at the end of last year by the 15th got rolled on top of their PTO. So this is just going now to strictly PTO time and no longer any sick or vacation. Paid time off is available for all non-seasonal and non-temporary employees and provides flexibility in the usage of paid leave to meet personal needs while recognizing everyone's responsibility to manage their time off. Immediately upon hire, accrual of PTO accrues at the end of each pay period. This accrual may increase after completing continuous service. And then there's a chart of length of service and accrual per pay period, which is the 16th of 1 month to the 15th of the next month. And then just guidelines, what, how you can use it and all the purposes for it, so.
Okay, and and then final resolution's been updated to include the red lines or not.
Yeah, so what, we already have this PTO policy, we adopted this previously.
Right.
This basically takes out the language that we had in there that was transition language.
Yeah.
For
Like leave and
the signification, which now no longer exists, it's now all PTO. So that's the primary purpose of this, and there's just some minor.
It just states what it is.
Yeah,
Okay. I'll move that we adopt 2614 as presented and discussed.
also.
Any other discussion here out in the world? None?
Nope.
Okay, I'll call for that vote. All in favor of adopting resolution 2614, say aye. Lucas.
Aye.
Paul.
Focus on.
And aye. Any additional items of business? The only one I have is to get a cup of coffee to Jim
Jim,
Chaplin.
be afraid. to
Maybe
make-
both, Jim. Maybe I better do it to all three to be fair.
Our third-party IT contractor is working on, a new website for the county. Making it so that it's, mobile friendly, accessible, so we can meet the state statutes there. So we're working on that. So that's gonna be a transition of information. It'll hopefully allow us to present more information on there and organize it better. But that is happening, so please be patient with us. This year is gonna be, Kelly's going through some changes, we're going through some changes as an organization. So it's please be patient with us. Don't hesitate to call me if you've got questions, but yeah, just please be patient with us as we get this all changed over, so.
Yeah, and if there's any comments on the web, how it's organized, whether they get to agendas and all that, we need to know. And it would be great to send the comments to our admin so we can figure out how to handle
No, please send your comments to me. Don't send them to the admin.
them. I was just saying, just for the, so I'll make sure we got them. Jim DeLucas.
The question.
Go ahead.
So in the past, policies that affect the staff and everybody,
You circulated them around.
we've always gotten to see them before they get passed, just in case we have suggestions or.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We did,
And we
you
haven't.
brought this up one other time.
Yes, and there were several policies that were passed last year, and then this lump now. And they're not being distributed to so can that go out to all the department heads and elected officials so that at least they can get it to their employees so that they can follow the policy?
I think it ought to go to all of them. I think it ought to go for sure to the ones that are directly affected. Bob?
So is the question before or after adoption?
Before,
Before. adoption.
just in case they
And
see,
after.
Before and
and
after.
to make sure
After
that,
application, yes, that's part of the follow-up. The question, if I understand it right, are you wanting the proposed policies to be given to all employees so they?
department heads, I think. is
To
what she
department
said.
heads, it's, I thought I heard Kelly saying employees, so.
Employees give it to all of us to review before.
Beforehand,
And then
Employees.
afterwards to us, so we can give it to
Yeah,
our employees.
afterwards, absolutely.
Yeah.
Meaning in the elected officials and department heads.
If that's what you would like,
And then they
Be
can
done.
decide, they can talk to their own employees internally, that's fine.
At the direction of the board, sure, that's really your call.
Yeah. So we'll start doing that. Formal.
Thank you.
Thanks for bringing it up. Anything else?
And one thing to add, if I may, right along with the spraying of weeds and everything for weed control. The one thing we did get was Fremont County is not going to use part of their funds, and they have given us those funds, so. We'll be in full weed mode here shortly, as soon as it gets warmer and we can spray.
Okay.
Forgot to mention that.
Okay, therefore I will adjourn this
No, you
meeting.
won't.
No, I can't. Any other comments?
There you go. No, it's not mine.
I can see everybody packing up, so it made me excited. Therefore, I will